Hello. I just got out of work a little bit early. It's like 12:20 in the morning, just after midnight. I am in overtime, and the hospital's a little bit overstaffed for CNAs, so I got sent home. I didn't request an RVA or anything. I just was like chosen. But in any case, I figure I haven't done any vlogs in a while, so I figured I would go ahead and just start one now. I'm gonna try, I keep saying this, but I'm gonna try and do one every day, just because. Also, once I get to the Philippines next month, which isn't really next month anymore, it's like 3 weeks or less, which is kind of freaking me out, but it's a lot closer than it actually feels sometimes. Anyway, I feel like a daily vlog while there, not to mention all the pictures and videos that I'm sure to take while I'm there, would be kind of at least nice for me to look back on, and possibly nice for you guys to keep up with me, if that's even something you're interested in. But in any case, back to current events. I've been a little intermittent with the gym ever since I got sick for a week and a half. It kind of threw me off schedule-wise, and since then I've been struggling to go every day like I was, to be honest. And coupled with the fact that my diet has been pretty much complete shit ever since I swapped to doing weights, I found that my cravings and my hunger have increased significantly now that I'm trying to build muscle. And I've kind of like let it go and said, oh, I need the extra calories or whatever. But it's not just the extra calories as much as it is the choice of the calories that I'm consuming that I'm worried about. I went back to soda for a long time, and I'm actually, for the most part, quitting soda completely. I slipped up a little bit last night on some soda at the D&D game that I went to. And tonight, because I thought I was going to be on a 1-to-1 all night, I went ahead and drank a energy drink. So I think I'm definitely not 100% off of that type of drink yet again. But I've been consuming a lot more water, which is the goal, is to just be drinking water, pretty much. I will most likely be trying to reduce the amount of calories I consume, in at least the bad calories, like less carbs and stuff and more protein, kind of like my old diet, except I'm not going to worry about the amount of calories like I was with the old diet, but I am going to try and choose better choices as far as types of food that I eat. I think that'll go a long way, and I'll see more of an effect from my workouts. I do need to get back into the gym more often, but I am kind of still intermittently hitting it, but I'm not hitting it reliably like I was before my sickness. So that's something I need to kind of get on lock as well. Today I was going to, and I was actually ready, dressed up and everything, and I actually went to T-Mobile, and I got my little brother and my mom iPhone 8. My mom had a Galaxy S5, and it was doing that thing after being, because it's kind of old, the computer was slowing down and just not working as well. I don't know if they're built to actually do that so that you have to replace the phone or not. I have my suspicions. But in any case, she was kind of due for an upgrade. Galaxy S5 is pretty old, considering they have 8 out now. And it's about a year in between each one. In technology world, that's pretty old. In any case, she got a Galaxy, or she got an iPhone 8, and then my little brother had an iPhone 6 Plus, but which would have been fine, but his screen was all cracked up. So I actually got him the iPhone 8, as well as some wireless Beats that go around the ear. So yeah, I kind of splurged today. I think that was somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 that I now owe T-Mobile. Luckily, they split it into like monthly payments over 2 years, but it's still gonna hike my monthly payments for both of those phones and the Beats probably $80 to $100. So that's kind of gonna be a little bit of more of a stressor on me. Hopefully that doesn't end up kind of biting me in the ass. But it's more like an early early Christmas present for the little brother. And I guess you could say early Christmas present for my mom, but it's kind of 50-50 there. For her, it was just getting her an upgrade. In any case, I'm going to be out of the country for Christmas, and I was kind of worried about getting Danny something because I don't really have a lot of extra money floating around, and I still have the month of December's bills that will be due. So I was already worried about being able to get him something this year. I won't be around for his Christmas because I'll be in the Philippines. So just kind of did what I did. I'm pretty impulsive at times, and other than that, the only other thing to talk about is something I'm like 50-50 on talking about anyway, but I had a kind of a recent drama through Facebook and work that I brought on myself, so it's my own fault, I guess. But I sent out a questionnaire at random through my Facebook friends list. Not friends list, but through Messenger. So direct messages. Asking about a controversial topic, which was female preference on circumcision on the male genitalia, to put it in the best scientific way possible. I'm trying to be appropriate because I'm not trying to cause drama. It's definitely not what I wanted. It literally was scientific curiosity. And I don't even know if you'd say scientific, but it was curiosity nonetheless. And I was trying to approach it in a scientific way by creating a questionnaire. Not everyone accepted that. Not everyone felt like that was right. A lot of people felt it was inappropriate. A lot of people just didn't answer. And I did my best to respect all of that. It's a long story and it's really complicated, and I don't really want to get into it too much. But long story short is I got reported for sexual harassment in the workplace, even though I don't really feel like what I did was deserving of that title. I understand that it's not really up to me if people get offended or not, and that was pointed out to me, and I understand that. It struck a chord with me because I felt almost like I was being victimized as well because of how, I don't know if politically correct, but because I feel like, well, the way that I did things and the way that I handled and the way that I responded, and even though there was negativity aimed at me, the way that I responded to that negativity, I think, should be taken into consideration. And to call it sexual harassment to me seems like it was a stretch, or it's like you're trying to find something to complain about, almost. And I can see being offended. I can see feeling like it's not appropriate. And I can see people reading my message as if it were of a sexual nature, which would be more bordering on sexual harassment. But to me, it wasn't that way at all. And I basically sat down at a meeting with HR and my manager and walked through all of this stuff in more detail than they probably even wanted. I mean, I just literally, start to finish, talked about what happened and the responses and all of that stuff, but I didn't like read anything out, so there wasn't any confidentiality breach if you're worried about that. But long story short, it was a big drama over something that's not even that important. I was just curious about because of a YouTube video that was doing the exact same questionnaire with random people on a beach. And it looked staged to me, so it looked like someone set that up just so people would watch it. Because, I mean, obviously if it was something I was curious about, other people would be too. But, in any case, I kind of regret the situation, and I feel bad for offending people, because especially some of the people that were offended, I felt friendships with, I felt close-ish to. And honestly, when it comes to my social life, I don't really hang out with anyone outside of my work and my roommate situation and my family. So pretty much for me, if you're not my brother, my roommate, my mom, or my best friend, I don't really hang out with you outside of work. So people at work by default are kind of like my closest friends. I game on the computer a lot, so I have friends that I consider close that are miles and miles away that I've never met in person. And I'm also very open about everything that I discuss. I could tell you that I was molested when I was in kindergarten, and I could tell you that I am circumcised, and I could tell you that, I mean, there's a ton of stuff I could tell you of a personal nature, and I don't care who's watching this, and I don't care who you are, because honestly, I don't hide anything about myself. I don't hide anything, and I don't feel like anything's super inappropriate. It's not about what you ask to me. It's not about what you say to me. It's about how you say it, what your meaning and your intention is, and you know, that's more important to me than the topic. So I forget that not everyone is like that, and I am impulsive. Like, I bought those phones today without even thinking about it, even though I'm in debt and I'm barely getting by anyway. I'm like, I'm gonna get my little brother a phone, I'm gonna get my mom a phone, because they want one. You know, I don't think too far ahead, which is definitely one of my bigger faults. But that's basically what happened with this situation on Facebook, and I don't hope, I hope that it's not gonna go further than that topic, or that discussion that I had at work with HR. I'm hoping that I don't get a serious punishment of some sort. And I definitely hope I don't get fired, but I don't think that's going to go to that point, because I don't think that it deserves to. But that's just my perspective, and it's really in their hands to decide that. And to be honest, I'll accept whatever judgment they deem fit if I have to. There's nothing I can do about it, but at the same time, I'm just like, it shouldn't be something that I'm sitting down trying to explain to someone that I'm not sexually harassing them on purpose. And I don't know, sexual harassment to me is so much more than that, and it's offensive to me that I'm accused of something like that. So I take it personally, because I respect women so much. I was raised by a single mother. I have nothing but respect for women. I was raised a gentleman. I opened doors for girls. I do all that traditional gentlemanly crap. And I might be too open on some subjects and not feel bad about asking someone about a male genitalia question, because that's just how I am. But it's not, there was no intention of harassing them sexually. And to me, I feel like that isn't everything, but it's significant. And the fact that anybody that felt bad about it, I immediately apologized to. And I immediately stopped the conversation and of that topic with them. And, you know, people deleted me, and that's their right. And honestly, it's probably better, because if they're offended over something like that, then there's a high likelihood that somewhere in the future I might say something or post something that's going to offend them anyway. But I wish it wasn't the case. I wish people were more open to talk about things, and I wish that people didn't get offended so easily, because it feels like people get offended way too easily these days. And it's almost like sometimes they're looking for things to be offended by, when worse or similar things happen every day in front of them, and they don't get offended by that. I think that half the time it's who is saying what they're hearing, and not what that person is saying or what they mean when they say it, you know? Because I'm not a super close friend with you, you're choosing to be offended by something that I say that's not even as bad as some of the things that some of your friends that are closer to you say. And, you know, I don't know. I get that the closeness of the friendship matters, but it really shouldn't, logically. I don't know. Anyway, I got way too into this. I didn't mean to. And honestly, I might not even post this, because I just don't want the fucking drama. I really don't. Anyway. So with that being said, I'm gonna head home and probably play some video games, because I have 6 hours that I didn't think that I would have to myself. And it's like 12:30 in the morning, and I got nothing to do and no plans made, and probably half the people that are available right now are probably asleep or something. So anyway, yeah, thanks for listening if you're still here. And sorry about the long video, because this is almost twice as long as my normal vlog, but it has been a while. I'm going to try and start doing these every day again. I say that, but whether I actually get around to it or not, that's going to be another thing, isn't it? Anyway, thank you again. Have a good one. Bye.